So, man, I don't get how any of this bullshit is my fault.
Okay, look. Ever since you brought that Batista figure to my front door, he has walked 1,000 miles through the pit of danger. And he's fucking back.
So you mean to tell me it's my fault that this great, all-knowing, all-powerful, Caucasian wrestling deity has chosen you to be the next victim of his whims? I think not.
Haha! See? There it is. I didn't tell you he was Caucasian.
Michael, it's wrestling. There's no f***ing way he's not white.
Yeah, I mean, you do got a point there about him being white. Yikes. Well, regardless, I definitely appreciate you letting me crash here. I really can. What the f***? Probably the wind, but there's no wind.
Hey! Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
First things first, where's Brandon? Where's my friend?
Don't worry about that.
Where the f*** am I? What is that?
But I can see you're trying to distance yourself from me again. And I know some of this news is dreadful. But we need to talk about.
Hello, this is Duke from Duke It Out, and welcome to another episode of We Need to Talk About. It's January. You know what that means. It's time for wrestling fans to get excited for the Royal Rumble. Or more so, pray to God that it's better than last year. The anticipation for this year's Rumble has been pretty exciting. There are a lot more potential candidates to win than the past couple of years, and there has been great anticipation to the event in general. But people have been talking about who could possibly win the men's Royal Rumble match for more than 6 months. Plenty we've been talking about for a while, and a couple pretty recently. So I thought it was time to talk about this year's Royal Rumble match. Before I begin, please make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more great wrestling content.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Okay, seriously, Dad, what the f***? I'm mainly not discussing the women's Royal Rumble match for this video because I believe this year's winner has to be Rhea Ripley. It could be Becky or even Bayley, but come on, it's Rhea's time. Every year for the Royal Rumble, fans always question either who's going to win or who's going to make a surprise appearance. While I'm hoping for appearances from people like Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder, I'm mainly going to talk about the potential winners for this video. And while this first option is a very big stretch, I do want to get this first potential winner right out of the gate. Especially because this option has been talked about from fans. And that is CM Punk. Yeah, almost 100% CM Punk is not going to make an appearance in the Rumble, let alone win the thing. Because he technically is still signed with AEW. But since they already announced Cody Rhodes being in the Rumble, they're apparently more than confident with the surprises they already have. And not many others could be as big of a surprise as CM Punk. And the visual of him returning to the WWE after the AEW drama, winning the Rumble and getting the main event of WrestleMania he had wanted would be crazy. But that's probably not reality. And since I brought up Cody, let's talk about the most likely candidate to win the Royal Rumble right now, Cody Rhodes. We haven't seen Cody perform in the ring since his unforgettable Hell in a Cell performance against Seth Rollins. After that performance and further torn pec, it still seemed that the recovery time would more than likely let Cody be cleared for the Royal Rumble match. And the story is right there. Cody's performance is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of moment, and what better of a comeback could you get than him returning at the Rumble and winning it to face Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania for the World Championship. But the consistent video packages with Cody these past few weeks seems like they're doing it to either overstate their welcome on Cody getting overtly cheered, or they're doing this to still hype up Cody even though he isn't going to win the Rumble. Or maybe it's just because most people knew Cody would return for the Rumble, so they thought they should just give it away. I think Cody is one of the most likely choices to win, and it'd be a fresh match for Roman Reigns. Or who knows, they could go to someone who Roman already faced in the past. I wouldn't be mad if this happened, but I think Clash at the Castle was the closest we could possibly get with Drew. It'd be kind of a shocker, and it is sort of likely, but probably not. He's definitely going to return at the Rumble, but he's almost definitely not going to win a third Royal Rumble match. No. For the love of God, no. Vince is back though, so we gotta worry about it again. Just keep him feuding with Lashley. But wait, what would Vince's wet dream be? Oh, f***. While this one is pretty unlikely, I think it's the most likely with Roman's past opponents. Jey Uso's feud with Roman in 2020 was amazing, and they've still hinted animosity with the famous moment of Jey yelling that he didn't give a damn what the tribal chief said, and being in Sami Zayn's defense for his recent trial on Raw. A Bloodline breakup is seeming more likely as time goes on, and maybe Jey could be the start of it, or another member of the Bloodline. While the return of Cody is very anticipated, by far the fan favorite to win the 2023 Royal Rumble is Sami Zayn. I've mentioned it before, him being a part of the Bloodline has been WWE's most entertaining and enticing angle in years. The trial of Sami Zayn brought more hype to his story, and with Roman defending his title at the Rumble against Sami's BFF Kevin Owens, you could wonder if that leads to the full disbarment of Sami Zayn from the faction, leading to Sami immediately making a comeback by winning the Royal Rumble to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Or to simply have Roman think Sami will want it as a Bloodline versus Bloodline match, but it'll develop back into Sami Zayn being his greatest character in WWE. The pure underdog babyface that also happened to be one of the best wrestlers in the world. Plus, out of all the people that I've mentioned, Sami is the one who has the most build-up with Reigns already. So it wouldn't just make fans happy because we love Sami Zayn, but it's also even more payoff to a story that has had the fans' full attention for months. If you could tell with that little bit of fantasy booking, Sami Zayn is by far my most hopeful winner for this year's Rumble. But we also can't forget about one of the greatest traditions of Royal Rumble, the returns. And there are quite a few people who have been out of action for months to years. And while these picks could be far-fetched, with some being out with injuries, if they did return, they could be top candidates to win the whole match in general. In most Rumbles, Randy Orton is always at least a possibility. We haven't seen Randy Orton since June of last year, and we eventually found out that he had to undergo back surgery. It was awful to hear for the concern of Randy's health, and that he had to be separated from his great tag team with Matt Riddle, and a potential world title match with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I don't know if it's very likely for him to be able to return, but with WWE being confident in their returns, we can't rule this out. And since there was thought of giving these two a title match in the past, who's to say they won't do it for Mania? An even bigger long shot when it comes to injuries, but damn, I still like to be hopeful. Big E breaking his neck on an episode of SmackDown was one of the most heartbreaking moments for wrestling fans. But his continuance to express amazing joy and positivity further shows why Big E, the wrestler and the person, is so widely beloved. And you can't say that he doesn't deserve a moment like this. It's truly a moment where everyone would rejoice. Yeah, for the return alone, but imagine if he won the Rumble. It'd be one of those occasions where a returning wrestler can return, win, with not as much build-up, and it would still make sense to everybody. It's a long shot of a moment, but at the very least, I hope to see Big E return happy and healthy very, very soon. We all miss him. Now, I probably wouldn't have put Stone Cold as an option until about a week ago, where there were rumors that WWE were willing to offer Stone Cold a very solid paycheck to have a match against Roman Reigns. I would like to see Stone Cold again, but not for a world title, and also not winning the Rumble. I love Stone Cold, but it'd just be Roman facing a big name, but the match would be very unnecessary. And we've had a couple of those matches in the Tribal Chief's reign anyway. And I think they were mainly wanting to get an answer from Austin as a just-in-case option, because the last option for this year's Rumble winner is what most people have been talking about. Ever since Roman Reigns became the tribal chief, everybody imagined a match with that character against The Rock. A match between family, for the ages, and for the world title in the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah, Roman versus The Rock is a dream match already, and the fans have been discussing it for years, even when Roman's character was just a dog in bigger size. But there is a lot of reasoning to why people are convinced we're going to be seeing The Rock at the Rumble. First, the blue lightning bolts in the poster for this year's event made people thinking, ooh, it's electrifying. That's a sign that The Rock's gonna come back. Second, they've even teased a match between them on the Young Rock TV show. And a lot of people thought WWE were saving the Roman versus Rock match until they had WrestleMania in Hollywood. Well, we have arrived to that WrestleMania, and all we gotta do is wait. In the beginning of January, fans were very high on believing it, but I think as we get closer to the Rumble, it has seemed a bit more unlikely. Because we also have to remember, The Rock is one of the biggest movie stars on the planet, so they probably don't love the idea of a risk of him getting injured. So, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I think it's still more likely than not. As who's most likely going to win the Rumble match, I'm still gonna have to go with Cody Rhodes. I would love to see a comeback win from Big E, but the storyline with Cody brings a newer opponent for Reigns and can give Cody that world title win he has always been dreaming of. Who I want to win though, obviously it's Sami Zayn. I've been loving almost everything with his build up in the Bloodline, and while I think it's more likely Sami's gonna get the world title match at Elimination Chamber, I would love to see that main event Mania. We also can't count out someone like The Rock or Randy Orton, but I think that the two most likely candidates are Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. So that was another episode of We Need to Talk About. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and duke out your Rumble predictions below in the comments.
When they tell you you can't, you can. And when they tell you don't do it, that's when you should be amplified to do it fucking most. It's Gunþi. I be moving slow and steady. Don't think twice about me not being ready. The thoughts are heavy, sinking to the abyssal depths already. But money I see, I do not envy. Paper is nice, but it's not the first target clearly. Ayy, living my life with some purity. Rather be fade to obscurity.